Now, what's funny is my brother, Grow the Farm Up, he introduced me to something that just happened the other day. Um, oh God, I don't know if any of y'all have heard of this, but he's like, Phil, you have to talk about Jack Murphy. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's one of the most accidentally funniest things, and it's also a bit of a teachable moment, because Jack Murphy, for those who don't know, what he's doing right now at the moment is he's selling like these. He's one of those cringy guys that sells you subscriptions on how to be like an alpha bro, how to be the number one, how to be the number one alpha, get all the chicks and be the number one. And that's what Jack Murphy. And he's selling $3,000 memberships to his like inner fucking basically podcast content on how to be the number one alpha bro and how he's just the number one and he's the best. And he was on some talk show, and even the show wasn't even that big. But he's sitting there and he's talking about how to be so alpha, and you should join his weird order, which sounds fucking weird. I think it's like the Obsidian Order or something like that. Really, like, I forget what it is, and that's been imploding. Now, I could be wrong with the order name, but like, I'm just kind of hearing all this secondhand, and like, because my brother sent me some links to some videos about like, no, these are people that are just roasting this dude down to his fucking bootstraps, and those were pretty damn fun. And then, like, apparently, yeah, this is a thing where this guy's just like, look, and to me, I think it's really cringe. You see that all the time where people try to do the look at me and how a fucking alpha I am, and you should listen to how alpha I am. And even Vosh, like, did that one time, like, yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm inside of another person within 2 hours. And that was fucking cringe. And I remember Destiny was listening to that video and he laughed his ass off. I was like, yeah, this is fucking cringe. Like, that's really dumb. That's a dumb thing to say, no matter how you want to boil it down. But yeah, this whole like, dude, I'm just so fucking alpha, and you should. Now he's charging people $3,000, and also here's the thing: the internet's full of impressionable folk. Okay, whether we're talking about young impressionable folk or just older, stupid impressionable folk, however you want. And these are people that are going to think this guy knows what he's doing and knows what he's talking about. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is there's a certain word that I think you're not supposed to say on Twitch. It starts with a C and it rhymes with pluck, and it's, you know, but so I'm going to change that word by the end of this to Jack Murphy. Okay, like, I'm gonna change. We're gonna have our own definition here on this show by the end. And you're going to agree with me that rather than the word cuck, we're just going to use Jack Murphy from now on. Only $250 an hour to check. Now, apparently, he had gone onto this is all allegedly, where he had gone onto this talk show, and he's talking about, just how alpha he was. And this lady talks about how, and I would play the video, but I don't own the content, and I'm not going to take that kind of risk. But she brings up an article that he wrote where he basically supported pluckaldry, if you will. I don't want to say it any more times because there's certain rules against that on some of these platforms, but you know which word I'm talking about. But he was basically talking about how much he loved other men having coitus with his significant other at the time, which was unusual. And rather than just laughing it off, like, yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? He goes, you know what? Fuck you. Heartfelt. Like, it was really weird if you watch it, and it was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen. Like, okay. This interviewer just struck a nerve and didn't even know how much of a nerve she just struck, but boy, did she ever strike one. So that was pretty fascinating to watch, where this guy just fucking turned, and like his whole fucking like movement has been on the decline since then, which is always kind of fascinating to watch when movements on the way out, because I don't know if there's gonna be any more. Like I wonder where he goes from here. Now, my brother, he showed me, it was pretty funny. It was basically his version of an apology, I guess. I don't know what it was, and he was telling me how it's basically you can't criticize Jack Murphy if you're Christian, and I was like, wow, okay, really going for the gusto here. But I just thought it was pretty interesting demonstration of when somebody's trying to put forward a public image and they're shown to be very much the opposite of it, because Jack Murphy's trying to do this, be alpha, be number one, and then this surfaces from his not so distant past, and then there's some really questionable stuff that happened in 2019 that like is unfit for Christian ears to hear, so it's not really all that far removed. And so that, folks, is a elevator pitch, 1,000-mile view of the Jack Murphy saga. It's I don't know what to like. The farm goes, cringe. I'll be back after AC/DC at the luminal order that Undead Chronic calls a seminal order. Oh yes, and also my brothers tell me like, oh yeah, these other podcasts like apparently Undead Chronic are just roasting this guy, and rather than the luminal order, they're calling it the seminal order, which okay, that's a funny wordplay. I'm sorry, that just is. But like, I'm sorry, dude, why are you trying to play the look at me and how fucking alpha I am? Like when you knew that's out for the public. Like, that'd be one thing if this reporter had just said, this is a rumor that's been going around about you, and what do you say about that? And if you were to go, you know what, fuck you, heartfelt, that would be justified if she'd brought rumor and innuendo. But hey, Jack, here's an article that you signed with your own name. What do you have to say about that? Fuck you, heartfelt. Like, no, that's not the right response there. That's, boy howdy. Because yeah, like in that regard, I'm not saying anything that's not a matter of public record or something that he didn't actually put out publicly himself, which, like, it's so rare that you get like such a blatant, open, public demonstration of hypocrisy, which is what makes it funny. Like, to me, the lurid sexual details are really just what kind of serves as the punchline to it. It's not like what, it's the fact that he's trying to sell himself as this one thing, and to the most extreme degree you can see that it's not. Like, I gotta give credit anyways, like, because in pro wrestling they always say, you know, he sticks to his gimmick. He stuck to his gimmick despite the fact that when the doors were closed, it was a very different reality. So I just thought that was more than a little interesting. Well, I guess that's one word for it. But you know what? Since we do have Grow the Farm Up, but so yes, folks, this will be the last time I ever say the cuckoldry. Will be the last time you ever hear any mention, even though it shouldn't be a banned word because it was a word actually invented by Shakespeare. But that was the last mention because it will now be known as Jack Murphydry, or Jack Murphying, or being Jack Murphy. That'll be it. So from now on, like, if somebody's losing a battle, they got Jack Murphy. If they're losing a fight, they got Jack Murphy. Be careful who you trust. And you know, my brother had kind of a good point about that, and it's not just a thing about hypocrisy. It's like, yeah, there might be, like, you know, 18, 19-year-old, or even, you know, like boys who are younger who think that that's the way that they should try to fucking emulate, and it's coming from a complete, total, whole cloth fabrication fraud. Sorry. Allegedly. There, I'll throw that one in. But yeah, that's... Be careful who you let influence the next generation, I suppose. Wesleyan, LOL, whatever. Whatevs.
Do another one later if something interesting comes up. Busy day.
Grow the Farm Up. Didn't even leave us off with his tagline. Sheesh, how rude. But yes, folks, that's my brother's YouTube channel, Grow the Farm Up. But he was who introduced me to the Saga. that is Jack Murphy. So if I hear anything new on that front, I will be sure to let you know. Dear Lord Almighty God. Folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for being here at the K.O.E. Nation, folks. Every last one of you are beautiful goddamn people, and I hope you make it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser here at the K.O.E. Nation. Check out Linktree Big Buckin' so you can find Big Buckin' Empire on YouTube and Facebook for our Friday shows where I do apparently a lot of gin drinking. Good God Almighty now. You can find Chicken and Tony there. You can find Tony at Tony the Rod 2.0 at TikTok. You can find us at Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube and Spotify, folks. You know it's the right thing to do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. God bless every last one of you. Let's go drink. Yeah! I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, the conqueror of the ethereal, and one damn handsome man, if I do say so myself, folks. I can't wait to see you right back here, KOE Nation.
Here and
Catch you
see
on
if
the flip
it
side.
just smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.